Hello, Fit Journey Live community. Welcome to your Saturday practice, yoga practice. My name is Olena, and I am excited for you to join me here today. It is our week 3. We're doing this practices weekly on Saturdays, and I chose the theme for the year, which is Root to Rise. Now, with this theme is, to make sure it's recording. So with this theme, we are exploring various domains of well-being and how we can root into those different domains of well-being, rooting into, with that aspect of rooting into something. As we do that, what rises as we do that? It may be a little bit at this time hearing a little perhaps a place or a space for us to explore. It may be confusing, but my goal as I personally look and search this kind of explore this theme, Root to Rise, is to share what comes up for me, and also structure the practices around it as well. So this week 3, we are rooting into self-love. So think about, what does it mean for you to root into self-love? What does it mean to, do you find it to be difficult? Do you find there are some challenges or roadblocks when you are trying to root into self-love, into loving yourself? And so as we explore this, also think about what rises if we do that, if we root into that self-love. And I want to share what came up for me this week is actually the quote by a famous band. I won't tell you who that is, but I believe it's a singer from a famous band adopted that quote from one of the spiritual leaders. And it was something to the extent that our light will not get dimmer if we share it with others. And so when I reflected back into this concept of self-love, I thought that the only way we can share the light with others, by the way, I'm just going to turn on the light here. This is not going to be edited. I am quite short on time right now, so we're just going to have the full extent of this session today, unedited session. But when we are loving ourselves, then we can take that love and we can share with others. Now it becomes very difficult to do if we don't have love for ourselves and we're not rooting in that love. For example, another quote that comes up is hurt people, which could be even as a self-reflection. We can find ways of when we have hurt someone else because we didn't feel okay internally, right? We felt hurt. And so with this theme, expanding into this theme of self-love and rooting into that self-love, that's why I believe it's one of, if not the most important practices to develop for yourself, or for all of us, for each one of us personally, is to learn to love ourselves, because if we do, then we can spread our light and our love to people that are around us, that are in our community, and light up someone's world. So let's get ready. So go ahead and grab your mats, grab your blocks, grab your blankets. I learned that blanket is something that I just love having. But again, as I mentioned before, you're welcome to use towels if you'd like. And maybe you do have a blanket, then grab a blanket. And join me here today for your Saturday yoga practice. We're going to start seated, and just take a moment to root through your sits bones. Find a comfortable seat. As you root into your sits bones, let your spine lengthen and rise up. Perhaps even reaching with the crown of your head towards the ceiling, upward. Just feel that length in your spine. Let your palms rest on your knees. And just take this time to sense your breath. Breathing in and out. And here, start noticing your breath and what it feels like around your heart space. Drawing your awareness inwardly into the very center of your heart. Place one palm onto the center of the heart, or onto your chest, just over your heart, and the other palm over your heart. And sense under your palms, sense your heart beating, sense your body breathing, becoming aware of the very center of your heart. Plant a seed of self-love. And as you plant the seed, as you drop it in the very center of your heart, feel it washed over with positive feelings as it begins to take root, and as it begins to grow, spread. And feel that seed growing, the seed of self-love, growing in your body, spreading through the torso, spreading through the arms, the legs, the head. Feel it spreading throughout the whole body. And feel yourself kind of encapsulated with self-love all throughout your body. Just notice how self-love begins to to grow, perhaps even spreading past the edges of your body. Now, acknowledging to yourself that it all started with just a small seed that we planted and nurtured. And holding onto this feeling, the feeling of nurturing yourself in self-love. Begin to paint 5 circles with your nose clockwise. Noticing if the circles are growing bigger. And whenever the circles have been painted, reverse your direction and paint them. Paint 5 more circles in the other direction. Let's notice how that feels in your spine, in your neck, in your heart. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, reach your palms around you, around to the opposite shoulders, and gently squeeze yourself, perhaps affirming to yourself, the self-love within me allows me to honor myself and spread kindness and light to the world around me. And as you inhale, open again, wide. And switch the sides here, taking the other arm over, and then exhale, hug again. Maybe rubbing your shoulders here, maybe squeezing a little bit. How does that feel? Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bending left elbow down. Now here I'm going to mirror you today. So taking the left elbow down, reach your right arm up. And can you take it a little bit further, opening your right side of the body. Inhale, reach both of the arms up. Exhale, taking the right elbow down. Left arm reaches over, the right side opens up. Inhale, reach both of the arms up. Take a moment to let your palms kiss together and exhale to your heart. Letting your palms rest on the center of your heart again. Affirming to yourself. Maybe repeating that affirmation again. And then we're going to come up to a position with the legs extended in front of us. Palms in the back. And go ahead here and take the toes towards you, towards your shins. Really keeping the knees bent, but the toes are drawn towards the shins. Just take this moment here. And you might start spreading your toes, maybe wiggle your toes. If it feels good for you to wiggle your toesies right now. Extending your left leg long, taking your right foot to the inner side of your thigh, letting the knee be out here. Maybe sliding a little bit to the long edge of your mat. And as you inhale, press into your right palm. Slide over to your right. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And take it over. Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to slide into, so your left palm, we're going to inhale, connects through the left palm, and reach the right arm over. So we're going to be in this mirror practice where you will be mirroring me and I will be mirroring you. Exhale, release your hips down. And then repeating this on the other side. So go ahead and swing over to the other side. Extend your, I talked about left leg long, but we're going to extend now left leg long. And take your right palm to the back. The left, and listen, if you're confused with left and right now, go ahead and do it on one side and then just repeat it on the other side. So take the sole of your foot to the inner part of your thigh, press into it, and as you inhale, let your hips lift up, taking one arm over your head, and just lengthen in the other direction. Exhale, release your hips back down, just like that. Coming onto your knees. Our shoulders over our wrists and the knees under the hips, or hips over the knees. Extend your left leg long to the back and flex your foot so the heel is pressing out. Reach your left arm or right arm to the front, and as you exhale, take your knee out and the elbow out, just like this. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, knee and elbow out. Working on the core here, pumping energy into our heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, set the palms down, or palm and knee down. Taking the weight over to the other side here, extend your right leg long. Press the heel out. So the toes are pointing down here. Reach the opposite arm in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take elbow and knee out. Inhale, lengthen. Nurturing that seed in our heart. Exhale, elbow and knee out. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, set your palm and foot or knee down on the ground here. And as you inhale, slide forward into supported plank. Or perhaps kind of extending this, instead of just the plank, we're going to go a little bit further, drop the hips down. Keep your arms extended and coming and really lift your hips or your upper legs off the mat. So we're going to root through the tops of our feet here in up dog pose. As you inhale, really root through the tops of the feet, broaden your shoulders. And then exhale, sending your hips to the back, lengthening through your arms, coming to a puppy pose, releasing your elbows down, your forearms parallel to each other, sending, again, keeping your hips upward, just like a little puppy would be wiggling the tail, wanting to play and have fun. Go ahead and curl your toes under here and take a moment to pause. Pause in this playful pose. Take a few breaths. And on the inhale, begin to slide your palms towards you and come up to a seat just like we did. before coming to comfortable seat. And from here, go ahead and extend your legs long, pointing your toes if that feels good, stretching them, and then flexing your feet if that feels good too. And again, you can shorten, just if you want, keep your expression here shorter. You can also bend your knees if that is what your body calling for. And as you root through your sits bones, let your spine naturally lift up, creating space in your heart where the love is nurtured. Take a nice deep breath in and breath out. Take the top of your the sole of your left foot, bringing into the inner part of your hip, of your leg, your thigh. Rotate your body towards the extended leg. And as you inhale, open your arms wide. And as you exhale, begin to lean forward, keeping that length in the spine here. And as you lean forward, really slowly, really gently, wrap the palms around your leg, knees, perhaps further or a little bit higher, just letting your palms wrap around. Let your body soften here. Just pausing for a moment, breathing in and out. On the inhale, slowly come up. Extend both of the legs long, taking the other foot to your inner thigh, rotating your spine towards the extended foot. Inhale, open your arms wide. The crown of the head reaches upward to the sky, elongating the spine. Exhale, hug your leg, and let your body soften through sending a few breaths to the areas where the body feels tense, and every exhale, allowing for every exhale to be the exhale of release and softening. Inhale, slowly come up to a seated position. Bring your feet together, letting them kiss together here. And we're going to, just like this, roll through our hip sits bones and kind of coming onto one towards one side, then the other. And little by little coming to center. As we take a pause here, keeping the soles of the feet together, knees apart, perhaps interlacing the fingers and wrapping your palms just a little bit under your feet. If you have long arms, you can bend the elbows, or letting the elbows rest on your lap, your thighs. As you inhale, engage through your sits bones, really root through your sits bones. Find your exhale. Bringing your knees together, turn over on your mat so you're occupying the whole mat here, and bring your palms to the back. We're going to internally rotate our arms so the fingers are pointing towards our toes or towards our feet, keeping our feet hip width apart, press into the ridges of the palms, press into your heels. And as you inhale, lift your hips up. Taking the gaze up to the ceiling here. Exhale, slowly release your hips down. Engage your core. Connect through the right foot. And as you inhale, extend your left leg long in front. Maybe pointing your toes and flexing your foot. And exhale, come back to the starting position. Inhale, lift your hips up. Gaze at the ceiling, squeeze your glute muscles. Exhale, slowly release. And from here, shift your weight into the left side of your body, extending the other leg long, and just reach, point, and flex. And bring your feet together. As we take a pause on our back here, go ahead and hug your knees into chest. And roll through from side to side through the spine, just massaging the spine. And just like that. Massaging the back of your head. When we notice how the chin wants to lift up, so can you draw the chin slightly kind of to a neutral position here? Maybe there will be more sensation in your upper back, the back of your neck, just elongating the back of your neck, elongating the spine. Open your arms wide. Inhale. Exhale, begin to take your knees down to your left side. And whenever you're ready here, as you inhale, come back to center. Sometimes it can be interesting here. We may need to adjust and then squeeze your knees into chest. Open your arms long again and then exhale over to the other side. Inhale, engage your core, lift up your knees, adjust here as needed, squeeze your knees into chest. And this is an invitation here for you to stay for a few minutes if you'd like in Shavasana, letting your body rest, because this is the most important pose out of the whole practice when we invite healing into our body. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for practicing and rooting in self-love and exploring the concept of self-love. I'm excited to see you next week. Please write comments below. Give a shout out to Fit Journey Life community as we are building it right now. And I hope to see you next time. I hope you have an amazing week filled with loving yourself. And I hope you love yourself so strong. Your love, self-love is so strong that during this week you choose to take a piece of it and also share it with others so others feel loved, and that you share that light with others, right? Light up the world. Thank you, friends. Namaste.